All right, during Suicide Prevention Month, we recognize the importance of mental health and the critical role organizations like Chris 180 play in supporting our community, our kids, and our families. With more, please welcome Chief Clinical Officer Ann Cornell and VP Mental Health and Wellness, Ashley Silas. Hi, ladies.
Hi there.
Hi. Sorry, I really want to get into everything we need to discuss today because it's so important. And first, tell us what Chris 180 is.
Well, Chris 180 is a nonprofit organization that's been in Atlanta over 40 years, and we work with children, families, and adults all throughout Atlanta, Gwinnett County, Fulton County, DeKalb County, providing a range of services from therapeutic, adoption services, wraparound services, individual counseling, family counseling, shelter placement.
Sure.
So lots of different programs throughout those counties to try to work with families where they are and to increase mental health awareness and mental health wellness.
Yeah, awareness, wellness, both very important. Ashley, September Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Why is it so important to talk about it?
I think the more that we talk about it, the more that we normalize it. So one of the things that happens when there's stigma, we feel uncomfortable, we're not safe to talk about what's going on, and then also cannot access those supports. But organizations like Chris 180 are here. We're open. There's a lot of safety and a lot of openness for people to come and have those tough conversations. And I think people will experience that there's more support than judgment when we do set that groundwork of just openness around having the dialogue.
Well, and you are not alone is so important, especially for young people to feel when they're going through something. Let's talk the ongoing support that Chris 180 has. If you're feeling anything and you reach out and utilize one of those services, then what happens?
Well, a lot can happen. One is we want people, as Ashley said, to feel safe. It's okay not to be okay. We're living in a very stressful, anxiety-ridden time, and so it would be normal and typical for people to feel, what do I do? What are my solutions? What are my resources? And certainly reaching out to someone. So once you do an intake, we start assigning you to somebody that we think would be clinically appropriate to work with you and your family and whoever else in your world would be helpful to provide those supports and resources, hopefully teach you some skills, and where your resources and supports are so that you can handle the stresses of your world in your life in an easier fashion.
Well, we spend a lot of time learning a lot of things, right? But we don't really learn how to manage difficult emotions until they happen to us.
Right.
And then sometimes we don't have people to help us get through them. So that's where Chris 180 steps in. I know, too, y'all are offering crisis training this year. Can you speak to that?
We have a program certainly called QPR, which is CPR for suicide awareness, and it's question, persuade, and refer. The reality is most people who are struggling are probably not going to tell or not connected to a doctor or a therapist. And so QPR allows lay people, friends, families to be aware that someone is struggling and to ask the question, have you thought about hurting yourself? Are you thinking about hurting yourself? And if you are, will you go with me to get you some help? So again, everybody can help save a life, and everybody can learn that training to be able to be productive when you're worried about someone in your world who might be thinking about hurting themselves.
Actually, we have a lot of kind, involved viewers that watch Atlanta and Company. How can they get involved and help the cause?
Well, certainly they can go to our website at chris180.org, access the training link, and sign up for QPR. It's one of the best things that you can do to get yourself informed, to get that training, to get very comfortable, and to be able to provide this support for friends and family, but also just making sure that the people in your purview know that you're safe, you're non-judgmental, you want to help, and pointing those things out. I think sometimes it's as simple as that acknowledgement to say, hey, Ann, I'm noticing that you're a little different than you normally are, and just being able to open that dialogue, let someone know that it's safe and it's comfortable, I'm here, and then ultimately, if they do need a higher level of support, linking them with an organization like Chris 180 that's here. So you can get the ball rolling, and we're happy to keep it going and to really provide that support for your loved ones.
All right. Well, we're both so happy for you to be here and let our viewers know about Chris 180 and the crisis training, and we thank you both so much for all the work that you do. Thank you for being here. All right. To learn more about Chris 180, the crisis training, and community support, you can go to chris180.org, chris180.org. All right, and if you or someone in your community is in crisis, please reach out to 988, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, via a phone call, chat, or a text. The line is answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by a mental health professional. And get this, it's also completely free. We'll be right back after this break.